A very good morning to you all. I welcome you in my social studies class, and this is block 11, Revolt of 1857. And this is lesson plan 4. Get ready with all your content book, your notebook, and the stationery that is required. So far, the block has covered the events that led to the revolt of 1857, the outbreak and spread of the revolt, the suppression of the revolt by the British, and the administrative changes introduced in the country after revolt. You may struggle to understand how such a powerful revolt was suppressed by the British in a short time. So today we will focus on the reason that led to the failure of the revolt. Now tell me, what were the causes of the revolt of 1857? There were many causes for the revolt, like economic causes, such as British exploiting the economic resource of India, social causes such as the Indians being racially discriminated, religious causes like British interference in the religious matters of Indians, political causes such as the expansionist policy in India through subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse, great inequality in treatment between the Indians and the British counterparts. However, the immediate cause of the revolt was the introduction of the new Enfield rifle and the cartridge, which the sepoys refused to use as it was greased with fat of cow and pigs. This led to a protest by an Indian sepoy, Mangal Pandey, who attacked a British officer and was tried and hanged. This event and other grievances caused the sepoys to revolt. The revolt spread to different parts of India but was ultimately subdued by the British. The next question comes, where did the revolt spread? The revolt spread from Barakpur in Bengal to Meerut, Delhi, Kanpur, Lucknow, Jhansi, Bihar, and few more places. Why did the rebelling sepoys move from Meerut to Delhi? The rebelling sepoys stormed the jail in Meerut and freed the sepoys imprisoned there after killing the British officers. The sepoys captured Delhi, an important seat of power of the British, and appointed the powerless Mughal ruler Bahadur Shah Zafar, the Emperor of India, as their leader. Were they joined by other brave leaders? Yes, they were joined by other leaders and rulers. In Kanpur, the revolt was led by Nana Sahib. In Lucknow, the revolt was led by Hazrat Mahal, and Rani Lakshmibai took over the leadership in Jhansi. How did the British suppress the revolt? British forces soon suppressed the revolt by capturing Delhi. Bahadur Shah was arrested and deported. The rebels were defeated by the British commanders in different parts of India and taken back by British. For this, they had bought several troops. They used their generals and against British brutally to kill them to punish Indians. Those were considered as the rebellion. Now, you will read the section what went wrong. It means why this revolt became unsuccessful. So you can pause the video here, read it, come back again, we will discuss more questions. I hope you had done it. Now, what were the political and military causes of the failure? The political causes of failure were the revolt was highly localized and took place mainly in North India. Regions beyond Narmada in south remained largely undisturbed. It means people were not aware about the revolt in that region. The revolt was poorly organized and lacked coordination and planning amongst the leader. The rebels lacked a common cause and had different goals. The British had better resources and could suppress the revolt easily. They had vast resources such as arms and ammunition, more troops, and better transport and communication. They also had the services of capable generals such as Havelock, Outram, and Lawrence, who could plan ways to suppress the revolt and win back their lost regions. What were the social causes that led to the failure of the revolt? The revolt failed to embrace all the sections of the society. Many of the native rulers and the big zamindars refused to join the revolt against the British. In fact, they actively supported the British to suppress the revolt so that they could personally benefit later. Modern educated Indians were suspicious of the motive of the rebellion and decided to keep away. Do you think that the presence of too many leaders in the rebellion led to disunity among them? I think yes. There were many capable leaders, but they all were fighting the British with different goals. They lacked coordination among themselves. The British had more experienced administrator in the form of Lord Canning, the Governor General, whereas the rebels or sepoys had Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was an old and unspring leader. The other leaders like Rani Lakshmibai, Tatya Tope, Nana Sahib, Kumar Singh, Ahmad Shah, Ahmedullah Shah were working separately in different regions. Did the regional Indian leaders have prior experience of armed conflicts? No. A few of the regional Indian leaders did not have prior experience in wars, such as Rani Lakshmibai, who was very young and inexperienced in the battlefield, even though she was trained in using arms. Did the rebels under the rulers in every part of country have a common goal? Even though the rebels were fighting against British injustice, most of the grievances they had were isolated. Rather than one common goal, they were isolated events. There were isolated events which were suppressed easily. Now, what will you do after reading it? You will make a note of weakness of the revolt. And you can write down the changes, what can be done for the success of the revolt. Got it? After reading it, you will complete my learning chart that is given in the content book, and you will complete the blog including practice question 10 and all the related additional questions. Whatever is left, you will complete it. Got it? I hope you will do your work sincerely, honestly, and on time, so that you will not get overburdened. Thank you and have a nice day.